Well, the Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events, as it's now called, having merged with the Mayor's Office of Special Events, administers 4 grant programs. And one of them, the Community Arts Assistance Program, is geared primarily for individual artists, for new and emerging artists, and to small arts organizations for capacity building projects. We made grants to 192 artists and arts organizations this year through the CAPE program, the majority of which were individual artists, new and emerging artists, and about 31 grants, I believe it was, to small arts organizations.
Welcome to Chicago Arts. I'm MartinJon. This is the second of 3 interviews I'm doing on funding in the arts, and for this episode I sat down with Michelle Bibbs of the Chicago Office of Tourism and Culture.
Well, in terms of maneuvering in the face of these kinds of challenges, you know, artists are and continue to be very creative and resourceful and entrepreneurial in their approach to doing it. I have read for a couple months now about Chicago artist Theaster Gates, who certainly has had wonderful exhibition opportunities around the country as well as here in Chicago. And he got an idea for a project and started a nonprofit as a means of making some of what he wanted to see happen as an artist come to fruition. What's wonderful is that you have entities like the Propeller Fund that just made their first round of grants to individual artists, and they will support artists who are operating outside of the kind of traditional nonprofit structures. And you have entities like Fractured Atlas that will serve as a fiscal agent for artists. So I think artists are looking at all kinds of ways to make what they want to have happen. You know, one of the things that the arts has the capacity to do is to bolster education and to develop skills, and the kinds of skills that are going to be critical to the 21st century workforce. Unfortunately, despite our wonderful arts community, our arts landscape ecosystem here in Chicago, you still have public schools that do not have an art teacher as a part of the regular curriculum. And there are a lot of them. And many arts organizations and many artists attempt to fill that gap. But I think what's most important is for artists to continue to make their work and pursue those opportunities, and to look for opportunities in unconventional places. There is a growing conversation, and it's not necessarily a new conversation, but it's a growing conversation about creative placemaking. And it's important that artists insert themselves in all kinds of civic conversations and to be present at all kinds of community development tables. And then that whole notion of creative placemaking can be perpetuated. When you get public support, when you get any kind of support, let your local officials know. Let them know that you have the support, but more importantly, let them know what that support means for your work and what you're going to do with it. And then that's a kind of advocacy that drives home the value of a program like the CAPE program to a local city council.
For more information on the Chicago Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events, the Department of Tourism and Culture, or the CAPE grant, visit the links in the info section of this video. Thank you for watching Chicago Arts, and be sure to stay informed by subscribing to our channel. We'd like to hear your thoughts on funding in the arts, so please leave a comment or response to this video. Thank you again from Chicago Arts.